Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the NBA Bit on day 2 of March Madness. Shout out John Boy Beats, but also shout out to me because I told you guys this yesterday. I just tail. All right. I'm not sharp enough to be out there in those college betting streets. I didn't watch a lick of hoops this year, but I just followed John Boy. But for whatever reason, I entered 14 bets yesterday. And I think John Boy ended up going 15-10 or 14-10, something like that yesterday. Somehow the 14 that I entered went 11-3. So we were riding high yesterday. Also did my toxic male trait of day 1 of March Madness. I made sure I went and got lunch at this place called Murphy's. Had the whole place to myself for an hour and a half. Watched Ohio State TCU. We had a good time. But hope everybody is doing well on this Friday. We're going to talk about last night's hoops, get you ready for the freaking weekend. Shout out R. Kelly. We're not shouting out R. Kelly. And then we'll also have live before lock at 5 o'clock tonight as well. Do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Go share it with a friend. Do all the things. Who do we have in the chat this morning? Sneeps up and Adam early. Common man, happy birthday to Jamal Crawford, Mookie Blaylock, and Pat Riley. One of my favorite things is there is a comedian also named Mookie Blaylock. And I got to tell you, he does not look like the NBA's Mookie Blaylock. We got Snoopaloop. Happy National Macaroon Day. Anthony Reagan's up in here. Patrick Coyne. Oh, best of luck to Patrick Coyne through the trials and tribulations of Hawaii. Stubbs is here. We got the Common Man. 7-3 for the Common Man. Dennis Rodman to the Hall of Fame in the WWE. You love to see it. Love to see the Hall of Fame respecting the greats, respecting the greats. Speaking of respecting the greats, man, we talked about this Lakers game or the potential of this Lakers game yesterday, right? Where they have this tough Western Conference, 2 games in 3 nights where it's Houston 2 different times, right? And really important for tiebreakers, for standings. The report comes out. They didn't get into Miami until 5:30 in the morning and how it was, like LeBron, is he going to play a back-to-back in his 40s? Is Luka, who's blogging like 40 minutes a night, is he going to go? Austin Reeves, the line was funky, right? It was heat minus 3.5. We're like, what does this mean? But before we go into the game, I want to point something out here. Because there was a tweet going around, and we'll first start with Will Manso. I think it was Will Manso, right? So they share LeBron arriving to the Heat, the crypto, what was it? The FTX arena, right? So it's just, there's question if LeBron James will play tonight, but he was the first person off the bus to arrive. Okay, so I question about that when they say first person off the bus. Does that mean he was the only one on the bus, or is he just sitting towards the front of the bus? Okay, so anyways, that's the first thing that comes across. Then I see Daniel Starkin. Let's see, he's managing editor for Lakers Nation. Okay, cool. Ready? Daniel says, pretty fitting that the night LeBron ties the record for most games played will be the second night of a back-to-back after getting into the city at 5 a.m. and still being the first one to arrive at the arena. They don't make them like this anymore. And I just want to push back here a little bit on Dennis, okay? Because Dennis, you're right. Maybe they don't make them like this anymore, or maybe we're not used to seeing 40-year-olds play basketball, because here's the thing. Whether he got in at 11 p.m. the night before, whether he's been there for 3 days or whether he was up all night traveling and didn't go to bed at 5 until 5 a.m. Men in their 40s wake up at the same damn time, regardless of when they went to sleep. This is not an impressive feat. This is just what happens to bodies at the older they get. Because I have done it now, whether it was in Los Angeles for the Dog Bowl, whether it was in Vegas for Summer League. It does not matter what I got into, what I ate. I could have gone to the gym and had a smoothie. I could have had burgers and beers for 9 hours. I could have been gambling all night long. I could have been on a plane. I am going to wake up at 6:45 a.m., 10 minutes before my alarm, each and every day. So congrats to LeBron for playing the back-to-back. I didn't think he was going to play. Just because there was no need for him to play last night. But I'm not giving him credit for being there early. That man woke up at the same time, no matter what. Just so, anyways, where's the gargling microphone drop? What happened? Why? Is my mic bad? I hope my mic wasn't bad for that rant. Or unless you meant that guy was just gargling LeBron. Yikes, Maddie. Anyways, that was that shouldn't have been my takeaway from that Lakers game. But I think that out of all of the takes that I've had through the 5+ years of doing this, that's got to be the best one. That's got to be the most accurate one. I saw that this morning when I woke up at 6:55 or 45 this morning. Anyways, let's go into that game last night because Luka is on a heater, man. Luka is on an absolute heater. And I think I listened to a little bit of Simmons this morning when I was taking the old pupper for a walk. And it's got me. I think he made a good point, right? Right now, he was saying, like, listen, LeBron. SGA is the MVP. I don't think it's going to be that close, honestly, when the voting comes down to it, right? And then Wemby is probably number 2. Wemby maybe ahead of Jokic now. And we're going to talk about Wemby's game last night. Good Lord. But Wemby probably got ahead of Jokic. Is it time to start having the conversation about Luka being ahead of him? Luka, dude, what an insane game from him. 60 points on 18 for 30 shooting, 15 for 19 from the line, 9 for 17 for 3. Also had 7 boards, 3 dimes, and 5 steals. Played 38 minutes, okay? LeBron James on the back-to-back, up bright and early. He also played 38 minutes, and he's on a wild heater too, right? We talked about this the last game. He only missed 1 shot, 1 field goal attempt in the last game. Last night went 8 for 12 from the field, 19, 15, and 10 in 38 minutes. Just a really, really impressive performance from them. DeAndre Ayton, not an impressive performance. Austin Reeves at 18, 5 and 4. This was just a really good win by the Lakers now, who moved to 20 games over 500. And again, seem to be peaking at the right time. Miami had this game for a little bit, right? They get out to a 13-point lead. They take a 6-point lead to halftime. And then in the third quarter, the Lakers slap them around, outscoring them by 15. And just, it was all things Luka, man. It was all things Luka. And I hate to say, Jump Shoot says, Dustin, do we still have that drop about Lakers?
Oh, my God. Lakers fans are the best. Lakers fans are so good.
There we go. But the Lakers, man, give them some love. 20 games over 500. Refused to give them credit early on. I mean, I think all of us were doing that. No one was actually buying in to the W's the Lakers were throwing out there. We're like, yeah, we know their record, but come to the postseason, they'll get cooked by no matter who they play. But now the Lakers are playing defense, which they weren't doing at the start of the season. And even though DeAndre Ayton's been kind of, they're still hanging around, man. On the Miami side of stuff, Bam had a really good game. Bam, legit. I don't know if Stan Love's in the chat, but Bam has been playing really, really well. I mean, I'm not talking about the 83-point game, but this is now a sustained stretch of what feels like over a month where he's just been very aggressive on the offensive end. 9 for 18, 7 for 10 from the line. He had 28 and 10 with a steal. Tyler Hero finishes with 21, 8 and 5. Got off to a really slow start, poured in a little bit late. Storm and Norman. Also, I saw a crazy tweet. I think it was NBA Central. And then one of the guys that covers the Clippers, or I'll put covers in quotes, was like Norman Powell was in the All-Star game a month ago, and now he's coming off the bench. And then somebody from the Clippers quote tweeted it and was like, we have to revisit the dialogue around getting rid of Norman Powell. You idiots. What are we talking about? Norman Powell was hurt. This is like his second game back from injury, and they've got like a smorgasbord of guard. You've never seen a 6-man make an All-Star team? It's the dumbest shit ever. And you want it? Yeah, you're right. Great job, Clippers. You got Bradley Beal, who's impacting winning. Good job. Good job. Just dumb stuff. Oh, that pissed me off. Also, the Clippers just dropped back-to-back games to the Pelicans. Let's everybody relax. But anyways, the Heat, their schedule gets pretty tough here over the next week or so as the Eastern Conference bunches together, especially on that back end. We got a back end bunch. And I think we might see them drop a little bit in the standings. But I don't know. It's not that I trust Miami, but they've been playing a little bit better. I just think this is a really impressive win for the Lakers now. What are they, 13 or 14-3 in their last 17? Just really, really good stuff. Anyways, good win for the Lakers. Let's stay in the Western Conference and get to Wembanyama, the alien, the Frenchman. Bonjour, je voudrais. I don't know what I would like. I would like a game winner. Wembanyama in this one, man. Woo! 34 points, 12 boards, 10 for 20 shooting, had 3 steals and a block. He is going to be the runaway defensive player of the year. I do think he's going to finish second in MVP now. This is a pretty good win because Phoenix, and I jumped on the Narratives Per Possession podcast last night with our guy Mo. If you missed that out, I shared that link last night in the Discord, also on Twitter. It was mostly around the Celtics, and we were talking about Joe Mazzulla being coach of the year. But just another shout to Jordan Ott. Like, if you're a Phoenix fan, hey, man, listen, you're probably going to get into the postseason. You're probably going to play one round and then get bounced. But this is like arrows pointing up. You're getting cheap hot dogs in the stands. You have a coach that seems, again, the fact that they were on the road in the middle of a tough road stretch here. And no Royce Allen, no Royce O'Neal, no Grayson Allen, no Mark Williams, no Dylan Brooks. And it took a Spurs comeback in the fourth quarter to get this done. Booker here had 22 and 5 in this game. Colin Gillespie, 24 and 6, and then 17 and 8 from Jalen Green. I swear to God, Colin Gillespie, just once every 2 weeks has a moonshot game, right? And then the other guys on the Spurs, we should point out Castle, man, on the underdog streets, just got the foot in the tuchus last night because Castle was like my highest owned guy. And then it was like 5:45. They're like, hey, BT Dubs, Castle Q tag. And then at 5:55, they're like, hey, BT Dubs, Castle's not playing tonight. So anyways, Champagny and Harrison Barnes, these hands, he moves into the starting lineup. Fox, he had 23 and 7 in this one. Vassell had 12. I wanted to see, did Dylan Harper get 26 minutes? Okay, not really a great game from Dylan Harper, but 26 minutes. But anyway, Spurs now 52 wins. They just keep trucking along, man. It's really fun to see. I'm excited about this team's postseason run. I don't really have a good take of what it's going to look like, but I'm excited about it. Oh boy, we got Light the Beam, bro. You know what? Because you've just arrived. Also, you changed your YouTube name. Because you've just arrived, let's do the Kings next. You want to do the Kings? Let's go talk about the Kangs. Kings lose 139-118. I actually think this was a good loss, though. This is a good loss because you don't want to be winning these games. You want it, don't screw yourselves over here. Go get a good pick. The 76ers, good news here for Philly. Joel Embiid was doubtful last night. Obviously ruled out, did not play in this game, but sounds like he's going to be back here any day now, maybe. Can we just talk? Okay, so this was a 21-point win, right? This game was in hand pretty much halfway through the third quarter. Nick Nurse, you've lost Tyrese Maxey. You've lost Kelly Oubre, Joel Embiid, Paul George. Why are you playing VJ Edgecombe 39 minutes in this game? Maybe because he was white hot. VJ finished with 38 and 11, also had 7 boards on this one. Grimes had 27 and 7. He had a big second quarter. I think he had 12 or 14 in the second. He was cooking. Bona played 20 minutes. Drum Dog with 24. He had 13 and 11 and 3 blocks in short minutes. So Philly gets this win. They played Russ and they almost played Russ full. He played 27 minutes. DeMar DeRozan played 23 minutes. I broke my own rule. I said if Russ and DDR both play, you can't play them, right? If one of them sits, play the other one. But then I was listening to Establish the Run, who I love, and they said they were going to play full, and they lied to me. But anyways, Maxime Renaud followed up his last really good game with 30 points of his own in this one, 30 and 4. Pressures with 12 and 7. Let's find some bright spots here for Sacramento. I do like Maxime Renaud. All right. Oh, Sanjay Rich out there just getting some dollars. getting some dollars in the underdog streets last night. Not me. But I like Maxime. I do. I think that's kind of fun. Figure out the Russ and DeRozan stuff. I like Cardwell. I think that's exciting. Keegan Murray can't stay healthy. Nick Clifford's had some bright spots. Whatever. Kings 18-53. Sixers, much needed W there. Let's do Cavs and Bulls. This was the weirdest game of the night. Okay, so Chicago gets off to a really hot start. It's like 11-2 or 13-2, something like that. Giddey goes nuts in like the first 4 minutes of the game. Then the Clampies come out. Cleveland shuts the faucet off. They outscore them by 10 in the first, outscore them by 6 in the second, right? So 16-point lead at halftime. Now they're up 20 going into the fourth quarter. So they're up 20. It's I'm like, you know what time it is? It's time for me to fire up the pit. All right. Episode 11, season 2 of the pit. Let's go check that in. After seeing something gross that I didn't want to look at, I looked at the score, and then all of a sudden, this is like a one possession game here. Cleveland does hold on. Dean Wade only played 19 minutes as a starter. Evan Mobley, 26 and 14 in his 36 minutes. James, #hard on, 36, 9 and 7 in this one. Jalen Tyson got the start for let him know. Spida. Donovan Mitchell did not play in this one. He got an elbow in the eye. Mobley elbowed him in practice, so he missed the game. Tyson had 18 and 11 in this start. The bench didn't really do too much. On the Chicago side of stuff, Trey Jones, he had 20 and 4. Look at Giddey's so Giddey didn't score, shoot the ball well, right? 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. 9 points, 19 dimes, 3 stocks, and 6 boards for the Giddler. Nobody else really did anything. Big Dick Nick Rich, he had 16 and 8. You got 10 points from Yabusele. Oh, double from Yabusele. But anyways, Cavs 43 and 27. The Bulls 28 and 42. Sanjay saying last second combo, adding Bailey and Miller swap saved my life. I hate Precious. Yeah, man, I was really close to Bailey. I was staring at the Utah Jazz all day long, and I was like, I just don't trust the Filipowski minutes, which ended up being right. Like he played a little bit, and he didn't kill you, but he wasn't good. But Ace Bailey was the one that looked like he'd be popping, right? With no Bryce Sensabaugh and no, what's his name? No Bryce Sensabaugh, no Collier. The one thing with the Jazz, too, I guess let's just do that Jazz Bucks game because it was pretty bad. I think, like, once this game was clear that they weren't going to be able to lose this game, I wonder if they just decided to be like, hey, Ace Bailey, go get yours. Where I think if this game was in the balance, maybe Ace Bailey doesn't play the fourth quarter. But, man, the Bucks suck, dude. So, all right, Kuzma's back. Miles Turner's back. They get off to an okay start in the first rotation, and then they just fell apart, dude. Ryan Rollins, 15 and 5 in 23 minutes. Bobby Lobby had 11 and 6 in 24 minutes. The Kuz, 11 and 5. Usmani, 13. Like, they just suck, man. On the Jazz side of stuff, Ace Bailey, really great. Like, dude, almost a point per minute. 13 for 27. 19 threes. My guy got up 19 threes, knocking down 7 of them. 33 and 9. 3 steals and a block. Harkless, dude. Elijah Harkless. Who? 23 and 10. Cody Williams at 23 and 5. Just everybody from Utah. Snoop Loop said, yeah, we're gonna do the pool. 120 people picked Wisconsin in your pool. Yeah, they did. That was Wisconsin hurt me in one of my other ones, but for the most part, we're still alive, baby. We're still alive. Weisberg in the chat, love to see it. Anyways, Jazz get their 21st win of the season. Bucks continue to be weird. I'll be curious to see if the front office silences Giannis and like actually shuts him down, or if he forces his way. I mean, Giannis is like literally, even if he comes back, he's going to be around for 5 games. Just sit out, bro. Sit out. Go play one-on-one with your brothers. Although that'd be 2. That would be one-on-one because I pluralized brothers. Anyways, okay. Pelly's in the Clips. Pelly's back-to-back dubs against the Clips show. No Kawhi in this game. I thought he was going to go. He sat. We got just about everything wrong yesterday. Just collecting L's left and right. Kawhi sat on the back-to-back, and Darius Garland sat, so it was Jordan Miller. Ended up having like 45% Jordan Miller last night. Hey, he played a ton of minutes, did not shoot the ball well, but finished with 11, 8, and 5, so shut up, my guy. DJJ, Derek Jones Jr., 22 and 4, Collins, 18 and 8, whatever. Let's focus on the Pels. No DeJounte Murray on the back-to-back, but Bay, 20 points, 6 boards, and 6 dimes. Trey Murphy, 5 for 11 from Triple Land. He went 27 and 5. Zion Dude, this Zion's ceiling is over, man. Do you think he's just exhausted? He's like, I'm not used to playing more than 32 games a season, right? How many games has he played now? Let's look it up, because he really only had that one long stint on the he's played 54 games. Zion's played 54 games. How about that? He's averaging 21 and 6. All right, Big Z. All right, Big Z. Anyways, the Pellies get this win, 105-99. Low-key playing like good basketball here when it doesn't matter. So excited for this whole organization to talk themselves into to playing to like keeping this core together. Detroit basketball, they got the bad news about Cade. It does sound like Cade will be back for the first round. I bet, I was looking at the schedule a little bit more. I think it's going to be pretty hard for the Celtics to catch up to the Pistons. So I think the Pistons will still probably hold on to this 1 seed. And if that's the case, right, because Celtics have they have Minnesota on Sunday with no Ant, but they do have OKC. They still have New York and stuff. If Detroit's able to hold on to this 1 seed comfortably, I don't think they bring Cade back if they don't need to. There's a chance he's back for the beginning of I think there's still a lot of guesswork here, but there's a chance he's back for the beginning of the first round. And Detroit should still be able to get through, but I don't know. Matty Harrison, how are you feeling, man? How are you feeling on this one? Danish Jenkins was the one who moved into the starting lineup. I know there was conflicting thoughts whether it was going to be him or Sasser. He played 34 minutes and shot like shit, baby. 3 for 16 from the field. He had 9 and 5. Durham, 24 and 11, 9 for 15. Look at that efficiency, baby. He had 2 steals as well. Duncan Robinson knocked down some triples early. He finished with 14. Thompson had 10 and 9. Toby. The bench, though, B-Ball Paul got some blowout. Well, not even blowout run, because this game kind of stayed close till the fourth. B-Ball Paul had 17 and 4 in 21 minutes. Levert, 14. Squirter had 14. I thought Sasser was going to play more minutes, only getting 14. I don't know. Maybe they decided it was going to be Kevin Huerter night. Maddie says on the Detroit side of things, feeling fine for the rest of the regular season, but any team with a competent defense will give them fits if Cade isn't back. Yeah, I mean, I think the hardest thing, you take away the playmaking and you're not really adding shooting, so it's not even like you can shoot your way out. Yeah, it's gonna be matchup dependent. Maybe you get Atlanta and it won't be so bad. Speaking of Atlanta. No, I'm just kidding. Not speaking of Atlanta. Orlando played Charlotte last night, and Charlotte, I was looking for a good win, and Charlotte did it. Weisberg doing some algebra in the chat, says on 40% on Zion, 40% of his salary becomes guaranteed if he plays 41 games, additional 20% if he plays 51. Yeah, close to getting to it. That's fun. Okay, so Charlotte was looking for a convincing win. Felt like we hadn't had one of these in a while. That's probably not true. It just feels like when they've played the tougher teams the last 2 weeks, those are the games they've dropped. Charlotte comes out, punches them in the mouth. Close game after 1. Second quarter, they hold them to 21 points. Dropped 38 in both the second and the third. LaMelo and Miller were cooking early. LaMelo finishes with 26 and 5, also had 4 stocks. Miller at 25, 8 and 4. Miller, we mentioned this yesterday, had been struggling a little bit down this stretch. It was good to see him pop again. Connie Knipples, 4 for 9 from 3-point land, 17, 6 and 4. Charlotte, 36 and 34. The Magic, 38 and 31. On the Orlando side, Paolo, 20 and 7. Bane was hot. Bane was kind of keeping him in it, and then they took him out after the first quarter, and that's when the game fell apart. Was that all of the games, right? Can we just let's go look at the standings now. Let's go look at these standings now. So I want to do the Eastern Conference, and we mentioned Pistons, 4-game lead. Knicks are a game and a half back. Both of those teams are in action tonight. Let's actually do it like this so you can see it a little bit better. But this is what I was focusing on. Dude, Atlanta now is out of the play-in. With Orlando dropping, Atlanta has moved into the 6th seed. Atlanta, who it seemed like were 100% going to be in the play-in, right? Or maybe the back end of the play-in. They looked closer to 9-10 than they did 7-8, and now they find themselves in a tie, owning the tiebreaker against the Orlando Magic. The Heat, after dropping last night's game, they're just a half game back. The 76ers, because they picked up a W against the Kings, they're a half game back in that 8-9. And now the Hornets are 2 games back. But just 2.5 games out of the 6th seed. Charlotte's schedule, I don't think, is easy. but they kind of control their own destiny with the teams that they're playing, if I recall. Let's look at Charlotte's upcoming schedule. We see Memphis on Saturday. The beauty of that is Memphis is playing Boston tonight. So they're going to catch Memphis on the back end of a back-to-back. Not that Memphis is scary, but fire up your Moussa Diabate overs tomorrow, because Ty Jerome is not on the injury report tonight, which means they're not going to have to deal with Ty Jerome tomorrow. So that's kind of fun for them. But if you look at this Charlotte team here, you've got Memphis and then Sacramento. So that's two quick dubs, two quick dubs you can pick up there. Then it's at New York. That's a little bit, I mean, a home against New York. All of these are home, actually. 5 home games in a row. Ooh, we're on a big home stretch. 7 in a row. So they get W's at Miami and Orlando, Memphis and Sacramento. That should be a quick 4 in a row, okay? Now, with Knicks, 76ers, Celtics, I feel like if they can just, you want to get 2 of those. But if they can guarantee the 76er one, just like beat the teams in front of you, because then after Boston, it's Brooklyn, Phoenix, which will be tough, Indiana, Minnesota, and should be back from that. Then it's Boston, Detroit, New York. So they do control their own destiny, though. I feel like they do have a shot to get themselves out of the East, out of the play-in, just because of how jammed up that is. We mentioned Miami a second ago. Let's look at their upcoming schedule, because I think they are like legit in danger of falling all the way to the 10 seed now, which is kind of nuts to say, because I feel like Miami's been playing pretty good basketball, but it's just, if you are a 5 to 9 seed or 5 to an 11 seed in the East, you're just not, or 10, excuse me, you're just not losing games anymore. They're just not losing games anymore. All right, Boston Base, what are you doing in the chat, bro? You okay, man? Come on, I gave you some love in the Discord. You being weird? What's going on? Okay, so they Miami is now at Houston. That at Houston tomorrow. Oh, I saw that, Stan. Simone Fontecchio getting into the starting lineup. But they're at Houston tomorrow, home against the Spurs, back-to-back or 2 games in a row against Cleveland. That is 4 brutal games. Then it's Philly, okay, Boston, then Washington, which is nice. 2 against Toronto, Washington, and Atlanta. I think Miami might be in trouble here, just considering what the rest of these schedules look like. Let's keep doing this since we have time. I want to see, what about the O-Town? Because I want it all. Oh, no. Let's see what Orlando's upcoming schedule is. Okay. Orlando, they have, all right, the Lakers. That's not great, Bob. Then it's Indiana. Okay, that's fine. Cleveland, not great, Bob. Sacramento, that's fine. Toronto, not great. Phoenix, not great. Atlanta, not great. But then Dallas, New Orleans, Detroit without Cade, Mini, Chicago, Boston. Yeah, I don't know. Who are you guys scared of the most in that range? Honestly, from like, sorry, my phone is going off a lot. Hold on one second. In this Eastern Conference range, like, who are you scared of the most? Because honestly, I mean, like, even Toronto's just got a game and a half lead, you know? I don't know. There we go. Let's bring O-Town back, baby. Bring O-Town back. The only reality show that was good. That was good. I think my bags are speaking too loudly, though. I just want Charlotte to get in there. I want them to be in the top 6 seed. Philly, I think, is going to be desperate for Embiid to come back. We should check the 76ers schedule. Again, speaking of bags, God, please bring Maxey back. So they have, the gift of playing Sacramento and then turning around playing Utah. Also, the beauty of playing Utah is they just got to win. And so, Will Hardy's going to get into the Pilates studio and stretch out to find a way to lose this game. But it's Utah, OKC, Chicago. The Charlotte and Miami Saturday, Monday game is going to be incredibly important. Then it's Washington, and then, good Lord, Minnesota, Detroit, San Antonio, Houston, and then 2 teams trying to lose games. It's going to be tough, man. This is going to be really, really tough. But I'm excited about it. I want to just pop over to Underdog here just for a second. And then we will look at tonight's schedule. But I wanted to show you guys some sicko sweats that we have going on. So I have 3 best ball teams that I think are in play. Hold on, let's zoom in there. And you guys probably don't care about this, but I'm excited. We want to get a team to the finals, man. We want to sniff at 100K. This Luka performance really threw things in a tizzy here. So I have 2 teams in second and a team in third. This team in second has scored so many points, but I don't know if it's got a realistic shot to catch Jay Rydell. So we have one more Luka game this weekend. I think the Cavs I think the Cavs play just one game this weekend. Let me double check that because I only have 2 guards that can get points because my team is dying. So they play the Pels on Saturday. The Cavs play the Pels on Saturday. Do they also play on Sunday? No. So that's their only game. So I'm basically done. I got one more game of points from Luka, one more game from Harden. Maxey and Jaeger are hurt. Kawhi and Mathurin just kind of unlucky there, although Ace Bailey having a good game closed the gap a little bit. Wiggins is dead. Tyrese might as well be dead. Kuzma's hilarious. PJ's been hooping a little bit. And then our bigs are kind of dead, although we got Klint Kong going tonight, Nee going tonight, Draymond going tonight. So maybe we make up a little bit of ground. But this is the one that I actually think has a shot. And I should have been in first here, except for Cowboys. Cowboys having Luka go nuts really threw a wrench into stuff. But we're down 3 points here, right? This guy has Luka and Reeves, Keontae Monk, Ty Jerome probably not scoring for him, Cedric Howard maybe. Then he's got KD, Mikal Bridges is also dead. Benedict Mathurin, same spot. Bobby Portis, whatever. And then he's got Mobley, Vooch, Claxton, and Carter. So he has one more Luka game I got to fade. This team, however, I really want to get this team through because I think Maxey and Mitchell might end up being low owned in the finals. Mitchell was already low owned right now, and then missing a game kind of hurt. Maxey obviously not playing. I think a lot of teams are going to get nuked by Maxey. So I would love to get Maxey through, but this one has Mitchell, Reeves, IQ, and Coward, just like a hilarious guard room. These are some of the worst wings in the history. So we got Trey Murphy. We got another Trey Murphy game that's pretty fun. Benny Math, Tobias Harris, Tumani Kamara, Kyle Kuzma, PJ Washington, Neesmith, and Bagley. But we still have Jokic, Filipowski, and Nemi going. So I do think this one has a shot at getting through compared to some of the other teams that I'll be fading because we just have similar roster builds. So Cooper Flag is a little bit scary, but similar roster build. So I do think we have a chance to get one team into the finals. I think two would be kind of tough. Sunday games are included. Yeah, this goes through Sunday. So that's pretty spicy. Would love to get a final team through. It would be really, really fun. And then even getting Maxey through, as Mike pointed out, 4.3% advancing right now. We might only get 1 week of Tyrese Maxey, but that still could be pretty important. I mean, I would say when he comes back, I'm sure Nick Nurse uses kid gloves, but it's Nick Nurse who played VJ Edgecombe 4,000 minutes last night. So, I don't know. Let's get into tonight's slate. I feel like we've had 45 game slates the last few nights, and we only have 6 tonight. And I actually think it's like let's look at the scores. I think it's only like 5 on Sunday too. So we have 6 tonight on Friday. Saturday we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, Jesus, it's 10 on Saturday. But maybe it's Sunday's only a 5-gamer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we're close. The end is nigh. Let's do it. So Big Bong Boys against the Nets. Jalen Brunson's back. That's pretty fun. Josh Hart's going to miss tonight. Deuce McBride's still out, and Mikal Bridges is emotionally out, even though it is a revenge spot. So maybe they get Mikal Bridges going. I was trying to talk myself into that on a pretty gross slate tonight. I'm not going to, though, because I'm an adult and I'm not going to draft Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is in a great spot, but this kind of feels like a game where they get up 55 by halftime and they call it quits. So I don't think I'm going to go too nuts on the Bing Bong Boys. OG Anunoby feels a little priced up for me today, even though he's been hooping. OG's been hooping. Brooklyn, don't play anybody. Don't even talk to me about it. Honestly, if you ask a question about the Nets, fuck off. No, we're not going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, Warriors are still, I feel like the Warriors have been on the road for years now. They go to Detroit. Detroit's on a back-to-back. Pistons are favored by 5.5. That's how bad Golden State is. Golden State still without Moody. Quentin Post is questionable. Obviously, the Curry brothers were in Charlotte last night welcoming Del Curry into the rafters. Porzingis is so Porzingis moved into the starting lineup against the Celtics. I don't know if that was just like a, hey, remember him? Like maybe Steve Kerr was being emotional. If he starts, man, he's been a fantasy point per minute god. He's so expensive on Underdog for only 24 minutes, though. He's going like round 4 and 5. And this matchup is not as fun. I need somebody smarter than me to talk to me about Porzingis. Pajemski had like a 2-week run where we're like, hey, guys, the pod Scott is back. Never wrong, just early. And he's really slowed down. I actually kind of like Melton Weisberg saying it's the front end of a back-to-back. Yeah, we are right. So that means Porzingis is probably not going to play tomorrow because he's already off the injury report tonight. Same thing with Draymond Green, right? So I guess both of them are going to sit tomorrow, and they try to go out there and get that one tonight. Would be my guess, anyways. Okay, what else do we have here? I don't really love anything from this. DeAnthony Melton. I'm kind of interested in Melton. So was Melton on the Pistons for a hot minute? Let me look that up. I still have Basketball Reference. I think I'm making that up. I think it was just the 76ers and Grizzlies, right? Phoenix, dude. I didn't remember Phoenix. Yeah, okay. He was. I made that up. No revenge, but I still like Anthony Melton. Ooh, Houston, 3.5-point favorites against the Atlanta Hawks. I think this is like do or die. This is do or die for Houston. I mean, that's not really that case, but wait, if it's front end back-to-back, how could Melton be affected today minutes-wise? Well, Melton's not playing back-to-back, so Melton just won't play tomorrow. You know? Like when we've seen let me go to the ranks. When we've seen Melton play. So like the last back-to-back, right? They played on the 15th and the 16th. He played 0 minutes on the 15th, and then he played 30 minutes on the 16th. So that's why I like Melton. Okay, and if Weisberg, if you think they're going to play him on the back-to-back, then he's going to play 22. I like Porzingis a lot less if he's playing on the back-to-back. I like him a lot less. Okay, Houston and Atlanta. I think this is a big game for Houston. Just vibe, right? They 2 winnable games at home against the Lakers that they blew. Their offense is dog shit in the last few minutes of the game. Şengün came back last game, looked pretty good, played full minutes. Reed Shepherd still played 27 minutes. Just keep that in mind. Tyree Eason played minutes, but was bad again. Jabari Smith Jr. is interesting in the 6th round. I kind of like Şengün a lot tonight. I just think the offense flows through him pretty naturally. I'm not like Anyek is a good defender, but I still like Goon. Ahmed Thompson just continues to be priced up really high. He continues to get there, but I think I like some other guys in that range a little bit more. And then on the Atlanta side of stuff, I know this is a tougher matchup, right? Like Tyree Eason and Jabari Smith Jr. probably get thrown at Jalen Johnson for most of the night. Ahmed Thompson, does anyone know who Ahmed guards? Is it Dyson? Is it Nah? I kind of like CJ in the 6th round. You can talk me into some column, but I think I like Jalen Johnson the most. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe Dyson, maybe some Dyson. I don't really know. Nah's been incredible, which makes me think Ahmed Thompson gets the Nah assignment. I don't really know. I'm struggling. B-Town boys, they are W-Digi faves against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have 11 guys available tonight, okay? So here are the ones that are out. Sorry, this is blowing up too high. I can't see shit. Okay, so Taj Gibson and Gigi Jackson are doubtful. They're still without KCP, Edie, Eldama, Meshack, Shea Mack, John Morant, Scottie Pippen Jr. So that's 11 guys. This is what happened in their last game where they had those 11 available. Ty Jerome played 25. Jalen Wells played 25. Coward played 25. Hendricks played 24. OMP played 23. Spencer played 20. Walter Clayton played 20. Javon Small played 20. Ryan Rupert did not play. DeJounte Jarry played 10. Tyler Burton played 15. Like, they've got too many guys. And so Ty Jerome, in his last 3 games that he's played, all roughly the same amount of minutes. We can expect the same. 36 fantasy points, 23 fantasy points, 46 fantasy points. So I think Ty Jerome is the only clickable guy. He's the only clickable guy. Why Kuminga's out? Did we just get another Kuminga report? Did we just get something? He was already ruled out tonight. Was there something else that just dropped? Or no, you're just laughing in general? Yeah, there you go. That was all for you, Sanjay Rich. Okay, so on the Boston side of stuff, man, I really like Kada tonight. I think Memphis just has nobody on the glass right now. Nemi's going at the end of the 5th in the 6th round. He's gonna if this game blows out, he probably plays 28 minutes. If it stays in striking distance, maybe he plays 32. I think a fun bet tonight would be Luka Garza overs. If you think this game, oh, got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. JK's out tonight. By the way, I forgot to mention that when I was talking about Atlanta. I think like Luka Garza overs could be kind of fun tonight. If you think this game gets out of hand, Luka's been playing like 18-ish minutes. I feel like maybe a little less than that the last couple of games. So the last 5 games, it was 23 against the Spurs, 20 against OKC, 15 against the Wizards, only 11 against Phoenix. That was a close game. 17 minutes against Golden State. If you think this blows out, like 17 to 18 minutes is pretty good. So I wouldn't mind messing around with some of that. I really like JB Tatum. Honestly, Tatum rebound overs, that could be kind of fun too. But I don't love White and Pritchard as much tonight on underdog. Anyways, I think their overs are probably fine. I just like I don't know. There's so much usage back. I mean, Pritchard, if you think he plays blowout run, his minutes have now gone back down to like the 30-ish range when both JB and Tatum are around. But if you think he plays a blowout run, go ahead, smash some PP. Traily Blazers and the T-Wolves. Minnesota's favored by 2.5. No Ant-Man in this one. Naz Reid is also dinged up. He's questionable. He missed the last game. I kind of lean him out. I don't think he's 100%. He hasn't looked good this year. I think they probably want to get him healthy. If he does miss, obviously, nice little boost for Rudy and a little bit of a boost for Jaden, I guess, although Jaden's already boosted up with no Anthony Edwards. But the story's been Ayo Dosunmu. He's in the starting lineup now. He's playing like 30-plus minutes. He's looked really good. I know he kind of dudded out against Phoenix, but then had a monster game against the Jazz. I really like him tonight. It's a pretty fast-paced game, 231.5-point total, relatively close. I like McDaniels. I like Julius Randle, too, by the way. Always projects poorly, even without Ant. Not always projects poorly, but has been projecting poorly. I feel like Julius Randle's like a top 6 play tonight. I really like Randle in this spot. On the Minnesota side on the Portland side of stuff, Time Lord, I think it's good to go. And I thought there was one questionable thing, right? Or no, they're healthy. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I had that memorized, but I'm a fraud. Oh, Vit Krejci. That's who it was. Can't forget Vit. Krejci's questionable. Denny's been hooping. Minutes look good for Denny. I'm sure he's going to have to deal with Jaden McDaniels, but the biggest secret or worst kept secret this year is that Jaden McDaniels actually hasn't been that great defensively. But his minutes here since returning from injury, 35, 32, 38, 33, 32. So I think Denny's fine. Kling Kong, again, we usually like to jam him with no Time Lord. In 24 minutes against the Pacers, he put up 28 and 13. Ceiling's obviously not as high tonight, having to deal with the defensive Rudy. But I'm not going to avoid Kling Kong. Oh, that's true. Could be revenge game for Vite. That's a great point. Great point there by Borland. Also, I feel like Tumani's been low-key hooping a little bit, but that's probably too thin tonight. And the last game of the night, Nuggets trying to right the ship. Still no Peyton Watson, so they'll hope for Sunday that he's back. Aaron Gordon, after missing the back-to-back, he's back tonight. I really like Aaron Gordon in the 6th round. That was the Zag plan today on Bagel with Locks, which if you haven't subscribed to that, go do it, you dicks. Really like AG in the 6th round. And then it's just Jokic and Jamal. I'm not messing around with anything else. Toronto, I feel like everybody's in play for Toronto, right? Scotty Barnes, he's fine. He's going to fall in drafts because everybody's mad at him because he hasn't been doing that well lately. So everybody's mad at Scotty. Right now, he's got a ADP of 11, but I've gotten him at like 14 a couple of times. Brandon Ingram, I don't know why. I am like late to the party on Brandon Ingram every time. I don't want to click him. I only take him when he falls. I just feel like more often than not, he gets you like 25 points, but not a lot of the peripherals. But the Denver defense, I'm not really scared of. RJ, I feel like I like a little bit more, and he's a little bit cheaper, but not much cheaper, honestly. But RJ just likes to get downhill. Could see him having some fun today. But I think I'm going to Pirtle Power again. It's another slate. It's another Pirtle day. Really like Jakob Pirtle Power. I like it, Anytime you can get some Euros going against each other, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I like Pirtle. And then IQ is really cooled off, right? He had like a 2 or 3 week stretch where he was hooping. And he's kind of cooled off a little bit, but I do like some IQ in the 6th round. I like this game. These last 2 games, 237.5, 231.5, close-ish spreads. Denver, again, they like to be favorites and keep the game close. So I like both of them. Let's, you guys want to build some rankies? You guys want to build some rankies on the dog? Let's go over to Underdog. And then I don't know what we can do. All depends on how they double BI. If Jokic's back can hold it together, he's rounded in form. Yeah, Pirtle has been playing playing good hoop. And it's just good to have an anchor. Colin Murray-Boyles is still doubtful. Also, I don't have this queued up. Dude, not Jakob Pearl. Colin Murray-Boyles was eating a sandwich. During the game. They just showed him on the bench, just eating a Sammy. And I like that. We need to bring that energy. Everybody should be eating a sandwich. I want a sandwich right now. I do want a sandwich. I'm so hungry. Oh, we got to go to the gym first, though. We got to avoid, we can't do the bacon, egg, and cheese. How many dances have I entered? I think it's like, I think I'm at like, I haven't entered any in a while. So let's see. I think we're at 30 MLB ones. And yeah, 30 MLBs, 57. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. I don't think I want to do many more. Mainly because I got all of the stuff that I wanted. Oh, that sounds nice, Borland. Shut up, burritos. I just don't know. I got a ton of Lakers. I got a ton. The Timberwolves feel dead. I got a ton of Hornets. The Celtics were so cheap when I was doing it. I just think I'm good. All the Hornets in the world, I think I'm good. Let's build out tonight. Let's do it. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm fine with these top three. Jokic, JB. I kind of want to put Duren ahead of Cat. I'm going to do it for this morning, but again, these are just vibe ranks. I also want to go Denny, Randall, Amen, Brunson, Scotty. Although maybe not Scotty yet. So I'm going to be light on Amen this morning. I want Denny and Randall. I think maybe that's a mistake. Maybe that is a mistake because we're going to get 40 minutes from Amen. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Eating on the bench, much more common. Hopefully someone does a DoorDash integration. There we go. Now we're talking. If we can do DraftKings integrations, why can't we do DoorDash integrations? I'll probably do a bunch of this, moving Amen around, but I want a ton of Randall tonight, and I want a ton of Denny. Anyways, I kind of want Goon ahead of Scotty tonight. I just like that game, which, again, is why I should probably have Amen up there, too. I kind of want to go Jamal, KD, Tatum. I love Tatum, but again, we've seen one super ceiling game. This game should get out of control. No reason to play him like 30-plus minutes. This is where shit gets hard. I think I want to go Rudy ahead of Klingon, which seems kind of dumb, but I think that's what I'm going to do for this morning. Again, I think I'm just going to mix and match a ton in this range, but I kind of want to be light on Derek White, which maybe is silly. If we think Amen Thompson gets that's not as fun. So maybe we do just click BI. I think I like Onyeka and RJ even more than and White. And so I think I'm going to do that in that range. And then again, if we are putting Amen on maybe we get to some more Dyson. I kind of like Pirtle ahead of OG, but we'll click OG, then Pirtle, then Holiday. But again, I'm nervous about this Porzingis stuff. If Weisberg's right, the ceiling so far has been 25 minutes against Washington when he was on fire. Is he just going to play 20 minutes on both games? I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to put Nemi ahead of him. Also, you could put Io up here too. Maybe this is actually what we do. Io at 26, Nemi at 27, Porzingis at 28. You could also, I'd be fine if you put Io all the way up here. I think I just want to be pretty even in this range. Now, I'm going to be light Pods. I think I'm going to be light Ty Jerome too. I mean, the good news for Ty Jerome is I think he's going to play 25 minutes, whether it's a close game or it's not a close game. No matter what, I think he's going to play that many minutes. But I honestly think I like Jaden McDaniels and CJ McCollum more than this whole range. I think I'd put Peyton Pritchard next, then maybe Ty. I think I like Jabari more than Pods. I mean, I know Pods has just looked rough lately. Detroit's a tough team. I really like Aaron Gordon. I mentioned that, right? People will see that 18-minute game against Philly, and then he sat one out. I think his minutes are closer to 33 to 34 than they are to that. The one thing I will say is if this game does get out of hand with Toronto one way or the other, Gordon's going to be the first one that's yanked out of there. But I don't expect that. I expect this to be close. And if he's going to play 32, 33 minutes, where you can get to Toronto is down low. I know they have Pirtle back, but I'm not really terrified of that Pirtle defense. I'm assuming Barnes gets that assignment, but I still like what Aaron can do here. So I'm going to be getting to some AG today. I really like him. He was the Zag plan. Again, we mentioned IQ, but as Power Duster pointed out, with everybody back, maybe that's not as fun. Excuse me. I think Jabari's fine. Want to find some more scrolls? We'll add IQ to the list. What Draymond's been playing 30 minutes, but man, he's just not fun. Jalen Wells is still only going to play 25 minutes. Dennis Jenkins. I think we can include Jenkins on the list, right? I know if he's going to play 34 minutes, I want to get to some of them. And then we talked about Melton, right? Melton's way down here. Where is Melton? There he is. Look at how far down he is. We're going to get to some. That's going to be a fun click today. That's going to be a fun click. We're going to get to some Melton. We're going to get to some Melton today. Don't mind if I do. Hey, you guys have any questions? Anything going on? I'm going to pop over to So Rare here for a second just to get into some fun. Just to see how we did. We got a couple streaks going. I heard from Shuckster. Shuckster won $1,000 this week. And then Markrin. You guys remember Markrin? He printed again in the rare. This is the second time he's hit the max streak. He won another 4,000 on So Rare this weekend. So hell yeah to him. Oh, I shared the wrong screen. Whoopsies. Hold on. So shout out to everybody that's got some streaks going on. A reminder, we'll be back for Live Before Lock at 5 p.m. tonight. Let's see. I didn't have any big winners, I don't think. Right? We had, let's see. This team, we had Wemby for 58, JJ for 60, Giddey 62, Denny 47, and Leonard Miller for 29. This finished 643rd, so that kept the streak alive. This one scored 291 points. We had Jamal, JJ, Book, Luka, and then Josh, why not, my not over there. That got us to 291. Those were the only ones. And then our contenders, we had a decent contender. We finished this one at 545th. Reeves, Harden, Cody, Max Christian. So let's do some crafting. I haven't crafted in forever. I haven't crafted. Let's do it. Surprise, the MLB game doesn't include cash. No, I'm not surprised. Wait, what is the? Hold on, before I do that, let me refresh on the prize pool here. Although I don't. Let me see. What's the prize pool? Because the hot streaks, I forget what the cash is. I forget what it is. Anyways, let's do this. Is that what you meant? I thought there were cash in the main contest. No. Do you just mean they're not doing cash for the essence, right? I mean, for the streaks. That's what you're talking about, Mike. I think that must be what you're talking about. That must be what you're talking about. Yo, Mike getting dunked on in the chat, bro. 500 XP. Okay, cool. We get another spin too. We get another one. Roland was asking about auctions. I haven't done any auctions yet. I'm gonna do them this weekend. We'll mess around this weekend. I'm too locked in basketball right now. I haven't fully transitioned yet. All right, let's go back over so we can do my let's go see if we can win some basketball players. Let's go. Let's do a little crafty craft. Here we go. All right, fam. We get a standard card. What number? 1 through 10. Put a number in the chat. First number to 3, and we rip. What do we do here? Let's go. 7, 4. Not a lot of numbers coming in. Slow. This is a slow trickle. Just like my pee. All right. Do I just have to pick you cowards? 6. 7. All right. I'm just going to pick. All right. You guys suck. All right. Let's do. No. Let's do 4. Let's do 4. Jamal Shed. Chris Dunn. Oh, we could have got Bronny James. There was nobody. Oh, Nemi would have been the best one. Oh, Colin Murray Boyles would have been fun too, even though he's not really playing. Let's do one more. Bum, 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 bum. Another standard. We'll do 7 this time. Bang, bang. Marcus Sasser. That might be important. Who's in here? Devin Vassell, Ronnie Happa. Cap at 12. We actually might use Ron. That Sasser might have been the best pull. Whatever. Why am I saving the essence? Let's just go. Let's just party. Ooh, special star. All right. Should we try to do it? Should we try to use some of our clues here? Because how much essence do I have left here? I got 1,400, so I can do division or I could do position. I don't need to do highest rank, right? It's been so long since I've used the clue. So what should I do here? What should I do? Which clue? Which clue? Division or position? Which one's better? Which one's better? Division or position? Position. Position. Wait, what? I don't have enough to use both. Jesus Christ. Right? I don't have enough. This is going to cost 1,000 essence. And I have 1,400. You got it. Is the chat? Is my mic muted? Is my mic muted, or are you guys too rock hard? You guys too rock hard. Oh, Maddie just says don't bother, huh? Hell yeah, Maddie. All right, Maddie, you tell me what number to pick then. No, I'm going to say 3. We're just going to do 3. Let's go. Bang. Oh, Simone Fontecchio. Oh, we could have got Giannis was the star. Dude, sick, bro. Sick. Honestly, give me Fontecchio instead. He might actually be usable the rest of the season. What are you doing putting Giannis in the stars? All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, one more time. Let's do it. Let's do it down here. Bang, bang. Harrison Barnes. You know what? We'll close out with these hands. Dylan Harper would have been fun. Oh, Jaylen Brown. So close to Jaylen Brown. Okay, let's do some Harrison Barnes, and we'll get out of here. Just a reminder, back at 5 o'clock today. If you have not subscribed to Bagel with Locks or this YouTube channel, you should go freaking do it. Don't be a jerk. Just go do it. Man, I've had so many bookmarks since then. We got to really keep scrolling to find Harry Barnes. We're going to wrap up with these hands. And then, yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the weekend. Enjoy some March Madness. Get them Betty bets in. I know I have. Okay, we're almost there. We got to see. Where's my AI king here? Yeah, let's go. All right, let's do this. We'll stop shit. Wait, it started playing right away. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Yeah, hands in the chat. I guess I should just download this video. But all right, here we go. Let's do it this way. Let's go.
Same hands that work the pain, same hands I fold in prayer. 12 years and I'm still learning what it means to really care. They see me on the court at night, but that ain't all I am. From Ames to San Antonio, trying to serve a bigger plan. These hands that give, these hands that live, more than buckets, more than wins. These hands that give, these hands that reach to every child that needs to live. That's the real thing. Same